Nova Esports now starting to make the push.
Same fight once again, back to back.
Or is he going to try and hold this down on his own?
Nova fans are trying to hope to see they can take out Boom.
He's got the pan!
Welcome to the second day of 2024 PMGO Brazil.
Alpha 7 there, 71 points. Now we go to the second pitch.
Match number 1, Sandhawk.
And I think we might actually end up getting a hot drop here on the north of Pan An.
Yeah, it looks like we are seeing that. Same two hot drops. It's once again the Rejects team, and I do believe that's Royals of War. Yeah, they're going at it. This hot drop happened yesterday. The only thing is, they were a little bit too slow to close that out, and they got third-party by Vampires.
Also, third-party Rejects, as we saw some of the players there from Rejects starting to pull up. And this is what happened. Trying to send a bit of a message, but so far, after that engagement, nothing has been going on between these two teams.
Yeah. Looks like Regnum Karya is here now for that third party. I don't know if they realize the Rejects team is still here, but surely so. If there's a team still stuck here at the bridge, it's probably because there's something else impeding them. And they got to be careful as one of the players goes down for Regnum Karya. Royals of War will find the opening.
That's what they want to see, as long as you're not able to end up losing any of your teammates. There you go. Cold Gold's going to be able to confirm that elimination for Royals of War as well from Regnum Karya. And here we go, a bit of a push there. Royals of War is going to get one of the players knocked. Tonka is going to get knocked. Cold Gold's still going to be within this building as he has two players from Regnum Karya starting to push him. And meanwhile, I think the player from Reject that was trying to get that off angle did end up getting spotted, and he ended up getting some shots onto him, which made him back up. But Regnum Karya now being able to take over this building right here as Reizyyy starting to make a push, but it's looking like a tough push. One of the players is going down right there, Sute.
Yeah, Regnum Karya doing a great job handling both teams right now. Rejects really trying to capitalize on that third party, but you can see on that mini-map, Rejects have a player on the left and right side of the river. So now all the positions of the Rejects player is known to Regnum Karya. Regnum Karya do have to play this very carefully as he does get exposed. Maybe Reizyyy sneaking up here with the UMP was the play. And there we go. Regnum Karya now down to 2.
And that's the thing that we were talking about. I don't think Regnum Karya knew that there was going to be two teams just being passive. Here we go. The push from Reject. Raul is going to end up getting knocked. Is he going to be able to confirm that elimination? He's not going to be able to, but now he's going to have to back up. And there it is for Regnum Karya. Beautiful, beautiful plays by Reizyyy.
You can see S2G just north of the center zone fighting with Zebra Masters.
To play, you can see Zebra Masters now going for that push. I don't think he was able to spot it. We're not going to be able to see anything as we also get flashbang. You were talking about that player from S2G up in the mountain being able to get that off angle, but Reizyyy does end up getting knocked. Demeanor being able to get that angle on Reizyyy, and now it's looking advantageous here for Zebra Masters.
Yeah, S2G not looking good here at all. Two players up on the hill really need to make an opening. Actually, it's going to be Kelsey to find that opening and the finish. Now he really needs the support of his teammates on the outside. Kelsey, what's he going to do? Is he going to back off, or is he going to try and hold this down on his own with the DPS? That's 1, that's 2. He just needs one more to get the whole 1v4, but Kelsey does go down. Where's the support from his teammates? Not in time. Kelsey does get thirsted. Now we do have Zebra Masters in the 1v2 situation.
And by Kelsey being able to clutch up those two knocks right there, it's going to allow Hamsi to push up. And not only that, CO is going to be able to push up as well. It's not looking good here for Zebra Masters, and they're going to end up getting eliminated.
On an area where it can be breached from so many angles, Dplus catches another player, and it's actually, oh, that's not IHC. That's actually Vampire getting caught out. Let's see if the Falcons can hold everything from up top. Dplus, Porrico popping off here, gets 1, gets 2, does not get the third one, almost does. His allies trying to support him from inside Pan An.
Nova Esports now starting to make the push. Paraboy in order. You wouldn't want to ask for a better duo, but the thing is, they're going to be going up against 4 players of Dplus, and on top of that, they need to watch out their back. As you can see, Longskirt is still fighting Dplus. He has so much action going on here. Is Order going to be able to find the opening? Order is going to get caught off guard there. There's just too many players from Dplus.
Too many players from Dead Wolves, and Dead Wolves do have some enemies behind them. I was just going to say, Rada Boy does get third party from the back, but he confirmed Order, which is huge for them. Order definitely a player you do not want to face against in that close range situation. Paraboy trying to angle downwards so his teammate Longskirt can support, but Longskirt crossing in the open gets caught by Vampire. Paraboy's going to actually run back and try and go for that revive.
Top of that mountain, and gatekeep him. And that's exactly what's happening here with Dplus. Dplus is going to be able to spot him again, and he's going to be able to spot Paraboy. Can hit those shots. He is going to be able to knock him. There's still one more player alive there for Nova Esports. Nova more by eliminating them, but they need to focus on themselves as well. They might not want to overextend on this. As you were mentioning, there's just so many teams here, and that Molotov is going to force Longster to back off that. Are they going to be able to find that angle? They are going to be able.
S2G now trying to mount the defense against 4 enemy players of Reizyyy. Reizyyy looking good, frozen up close with that DBS. Same with Hfiys though. We saw how deadly S2G can be with that DBS. Can they replicate what Hfiys did? No, they cannot. Frozen will find the opening. S2G just down to the 1.
I don't think Falcons is going to be their biggest worry. Could end up being Alpha 7. It's Alpha 7 is going to get a little bit closer. Here comes the push. CO later is going to be able to get 1 knock. He's going to get 2 knocks. Reizyyy is not looking good for them. They're just pushing 1 by 1 and is backfiring. Vampire Esports making that push. Alpha 7 as well, stopping Dplus from pushing on them. But Alpha 7 needs to be careful because they do have 2 teams nearby. And one of their players is currently knocked. As King from Reizyyy is going to be making the push up. He's going to get him knocked as well. But now Alpha 7, Carrillo barely alive. Can Mafioso hit those shots? Mafioso is able to hit those shots. Everybody just crawling up, getting closer and closer here to Team Falcons. And at some point, somebody's got to give. Somebody's got to get knocked. Mafioso. Here we go. Divine being able to spot somebody. Stone actually from Vampire Esports is going to be able to spot Icy from Team Falcons. He's going to get eliminated. Now it's just one player in there said. As Vampire Esports now going to get spotted by Carrillo. He's going to get eliminated. Carrillo being able to make up that switch. He's going to switch over to Reject. Are they going to be able to clutch this up? Oh my goodness. The switch there for Carrillo, but the last player from Reject is able to spot him.
It's a 1v1. Divine versus Reizyyy. This is for the chicken dinner. Schweppes able to call out Divine's position, but it doesn't matter. Divine knows his enemy's position. DBS in hand. It's the DBS 1v1 showdown. He confirms the point. Who's going to get this one? Right swing, left swing, shimmying back and forth, using what cover they can, and he catches him from the outside in the blue. Was not expecting that angle, and Vampire pops off there with that chicken.
You said it's not the same as yesterday. Match number 2, the first Aaron Kale. All right, are we gonna get a crazy military circle? Nope. Good old tried and true. But it looks like we do have some things starting to heat up over here in Yaznaya. This is Hfiys versus S2G. We saw this drop before.
Yeah, yesterday it was a really far distance plane path, so when they did both drop here, they both ended up a little more split, but the plane flying right overhead, I think Hfiys got to do what they really want to do.
Big time on the leaderboards. S2G all the way down in 10th place. We got Hfiys down in 14th place. You can see S2G's got that he's got that DBS. Gets the first knock. Looking to get another. Trying to play it as safe as possible. 3 people right now in this hallway from S2G. Using all the util they got. Gonna get that nice thirst onto Snowix. That's huge. And now S2G, yeah, slowly picking apart Hfiys bit by bit. Ooh, second knock you big.
Oh, into the back. Hfiys definitely getting cut down here. They had the man advantage, but they ran into the shotgun. I think close range or off a hot drop. Hold up that. He's jumping back and forth, and there we go. Finally gets it done. It still makes for some pretty entertaining situations.
Right now, outside of the circle, Royals of War are going to be coming in through the Pachinki side there on the southwestern area. S2G are still up in Yaznaya, so they're going to be barely creeping up on the edge. But Team Falcons, look at that. Hanging around in a shack. Very, very close to boom. Let's see who's going to be able to get that nade off. Oh, and yeah, that's the hard part about a shack is if you're in there, there's only one place you're going to go. I'm surprised they're even getting off of this now.
Yeah, I think with too many teams rotating by, look at the minimap, multitudes of colors coming in here as Boom will come back and finish off the other 2 Falcons player. Man, Falcons really struggling out here. They're just down to that solo player at the shack. And look, it's Rejects coming in here. They want some of the action. This is like center zone gauge now.
And that is going to be it for Team Falcon.
We have Reizyyy on the east just maintaining info, and Alpha 7, yeah, they haven't stopped looking for fights, chasing them down, driving over. That first drive-by was a distraction, but however, the other players of Death Wolves will find one. Carrillo surely about to go down. He ran out of ammo. Carrillo surviving at 1 HP, and look at that, he doesn't even heal. Carrillo just has the mindset of a fragger. 1 HP? No, I'm not healing. I'm going to pull out my weapon and shoot right back, and that's a huge opening for the side of Alpha 7.
Carrillo just looked him in the face and said, how dare you try to reload in front of me? Oh, if he only had one more bullet, he would have gotten that knock. Here comes Rebel, though, looking to try to get a run over.
Alpha 7, they're getting it done. Carrillo does go down with a couple smokes. I was going to say maybe they could go back for the revive, but Reizyyy, I love this play out of the Reject team. Reizyyy is so far away from his team, but they realize the opportunity that they have.
IHC did sneak on in and trying to circumvent Nova, but Nova's pushing on up. Here we go. Who's going to win this one? Dream with the DBS trying to hold it down, but man, these Reject squad are starting to get heated. Oh, actually, it's Regnum Karya. I saw RC. I thought it was Reject. Nope, it's Regnum Karya on the push.
Yeah, Regnum Karya catching Nova right here. Nova down to 1. Long skirt gets a revive on 1.
Up off of Nova at all. I thought that they were going to be able to get that push and finish him off. But, oh, you can see Order trying to just find a location dead center. Tries to give it up.
Yeah, this is where Dplus needs to get somewhat aggressive. You know, if one of their players gets knocked, another team might full send them, and I'm mainly just looking at rejects, but with Dplus that far down the leaderboards and with 4 players up, they need to look for some points now, because if they just sit at this compound, all the fighting is going to go 360 around them.
As soon as I looked over to the right, my literally jaw dropped. Are you kidding me?
Dplus is in a very vulnerable position now.
But that's going to be really the main team that Reject just has to get through. Oh, and they're getting some help from the other side. Oh, Dplus Kia, good luck with this one.
Yeah, look how many elims Dplus Kia has right now. A big old donut. That is just not good. So you have 4 players here, but you may as well only have 2 because they're not able to utilize their numbers whatsoever. They're getting pressured in hard. Rejects, one of their players does fall down to the likes of Zebra Master, but Zebra Masters is more focused on Dplus Kia's position. Hopefully Rejects can get that revive safely.
We'll come third party you. So Zebra Master needs to be careful here. Yeah, now they're starting to set their eyes on the big threat outside. Because yeah, Dplus Kia, there's not much they could do inside that building. So you can see them starting to push on out. But Zebra Master are very vulnerable from this position. One knock. Duello has that nade.
Look
if he
at
hits
those
it, it'll be
nades.
huge.
They're raining a whole entire red zone. I saw one player had 6 nades in their hand, and they're throwing everything. They're throwing the kitchen sink, and Duello, with all that pressure, feels the need to rise up to push him back, and Duello does go down. A revive will come through. One of the players gets carried back, but Duello, I don't think, will be able to be saved. Zebra Master biting way more than they could chew, though. Yeah, they're pushing Dplus and Rejects all at the same time. Duello might be able to get revived here, and Zebra Masters are actually out.
Yeah, getting taken out is going to be critical, and now Reject going to just be able to get up there. Wolf takes down the Death Wolves. Only 3 teams remaining.
Jukes, look at that circle.
You know, 5 seconds left, or when the zone starts closing.
Just working on his aim right now.
No.
Here's the thing. I think, okay, they have Sara with a nice knock right there.
Why would you peek?
Dplus shouldn't even look at rejects. They should just focus on the team behind them. Yeah, it's just Dplus just really not playing correctly whatsoever. I just have to throw it up to that. Z-Wolf getting close with that nade now, and he does find Nobu. Dplus down to 2. Can Dplus get anything done right now? They only have 1 elimination to their name, and they are getting peppered down. Dplus down to the 1 player next to Reizyyy, looking to get at least the 2nd place now.
Oh, Team Reject is licking their lips right now. Oh, Wolf with this spot, though, could be dangerous. For sure. He's going to have to do it all by himself, though. If he gets knocked, it's all over. Got to hit these shots. It's all up to Wolf.
10
if
bullets.
Any other team than Reject's going to win, it's up to him.
That's it.
Oh, never mind. Here comes Blue.
No more long range. Only the DBS. They never finish off the last player of Dplus, so I think that is a mistake out of the side of Z-Wolf right there. Rejects just sitting pretty now.
Whoa.
One of them gets naded, but I think Rejects are still fine. Wait, Rejects only has 2? I thought they still had 4. Next Reizyyy could do this.
Okay, getting taken out. It almost looked like they were kind of working as a squad because they knew what the best thought was, but now it's just Kane. Last one up, Reizyyy, looking to have a monster performance here. 1 more elimination. That'll be 15 and a chicken dinner. That nade looks good. Oh, just a little bit too far.
Gun switch. It's all over, baby. It is Team Reject with a monster chicken dinner.
15 elimination.
On the second match of Erangel. Oh my goodness. But we gotta mention this circle right here.
I haven't seen a zone like this in a hot minute, man. Oh, this is gonna, we're gonna have to see some hardships immediately.
The same fight once again, back to back. Here goes S2G versus Hfiys.
S2G gonna be looking to replicate what happened in the previous match. Hopefully not lose any players and end up eliminating Hfiys. And Hfiys, for a team that we got a chance to see what they did, you know, in the qualifier final.
I think even S2G realizes this is bad. Yeah, S2G smart. Reject. I mean, I don't think you can afford to even try to play that same strategy.
Yeah, as we see Smoke Gaming, a team that hasn't been able to. And the crazy part too is that, yeah, Alpha 7 might not be putting up the consistency that we want to see whenever they don't get chicken dinners. But Reject is now starting to put up consistency. Reject is now starting to put up those wins. That Smoke Gaming is able to cut somebody there from Reject. And this is not good for Reject as we're talking about consistency. They're going to be full sending it here. Duelo is going to be able to spot a player there from Smoke Gaming. They're going to end up losing one player. They possibly end up losing more players here if they don't be careful. As Smoke Gaming does end up sending the Molotov. And here comes the push from the two last players of Smoke Gaming.
Yeah, that was a little overconfidence there from Reject to be able to push that building in by themselves. Now we're going to see what happens. Those Myth catches them with that DBS, gets the quick thirst. And yeah, I think Alpha 7 fans are cheering right now because they want to see Reject go out early. And they're gone.
Let me see that crowd. There you go.
Look at them right now. Like, have you ever, you've been doing this a long time, right? I mean, from whenever I first was in a tournament, this was 2018. Have you ever in your life seen such a home court advantage?
I got a glimpse of it, and that was this past PMGC when it came to S2G, because the crowd was right there. They had drums. They were hyping up their squad. So that's the closest I can think of. But this arena, it's a lot smaller. I feel like the players can definitely fear a lot more. And you know what? As we're talking about the home crowd, Mafioso is going to be taking some shots there to Royals of War. Royals of War now trying to punish Alpha 7 here, but it's starting to backfire as Rebel's able to spawn some spots. Mafioso, even though he has low HP, going to be taking on some shots there to the last player, Cold Goat from Royals of War. McGrellin's still alive. Rebel more than likely is going to end up getting revived here. And the player that they did end up losing for Alpha 7 earlier was Carrillo. You can see McGrellin there trying to confirm that elimination. One player left, Cold Goat there from Royals of War. They need to clutch this up. They're going to end up getting surprised by Smoke Gaming.
Grelin trying to get behind there to cover it. He does. Meanwhile, Zebra Master now coming on in. Now that time is up. Here comes Zebra Master on the third party. Alpha 7 are going to have to make it happen.
The thing is that Zebra Masters is also now pushing them, but they need to be careful with Alpha 7 because they also have Smoke Gaming. Mafioso is going to be able to connect there with some players from Smoke. Sure, Zebra Masters rethink their positions here. Rethink if they actually want to take on this fight. Here come the grenades. Zebra Masters is so good with those grenades. Rebel's going to be making the push. Rebel's going to end up getting knocked, and it's just McGrellin, and McGrellin hasn't been... Actually, who is the ones that's still alive? It is going to be Mafioso. Mafioso ended up backing all the way up. Can he get away from this fight alive? This is not looking good for Alpha 7 and Mafioso. He's just trying to run away, and guess what? He's going to end up getting caught there.
And this is what happens when you're so down on the leaderboards. That frustration's going to come out. But meanwhile, before we can get into that, this is non-stop action here in the PMGO. Look at this. IHC staring at Vampire Esports.
Meanwhile, all the other teams, Zebra Masters are sitting pretty right now inside the circle. Here comes the shots from Sayol into Vampire Esports. He's not going to be able to connect. He is going to be able to connect. There you go. Correct me, please, Sayol. Hit those shots. Now, can you confirm that into an elimination? And he's trying to, Hot Jukes.
Oh, he blows up the vehicle, so that just leaves them pretty much out in the open. You can see the smokes come out immediately. Meanwhile, we're going to switch the fight on over to T-Falcons. They're actually going to get the finish on the Boob.
That I'm working out that so well with their timing too. And now we're gonna be switching to this fight. This is the fight that I was waiting for. It's gonna be none other than IHC versus H2G. S2G is gonna be able to find somebody there from IHC. He's gonna be able to knock a Hamsi. We saw what he was able to do yesterday. Switching back and forth, Hamsi being able to spot people. He's currently the only one alive, though. He needs to be careful because those off angles from IHC are just too much.
But IHC is now on fire. 11 eliminations.
Look at this circle as well. Guess what? IHC is having to fight their way in. And right now, if they could take over the compound against Smoke, it's not looking good whatsoever. You mentioned the passiveness there out of this team. And here comes the push. K, way too passive. And we got a chance to see it here again. But here we go. IHC making that full commitment over to where Vampire Esports was. And yo, you're gonna be able to knock some players too from Vampire Esports. Stolen's gonna be knocked, and he's gonna be trying to get some angles, find even more openings for his team. IHC does not care who's in front of them. They're going for it. Zebra Masters now starting to third party.
Like you said, they're not caring who's in front of them, but they got to watch out who's behind them. Neilzada just kind of cresting that hill beautifully on time. They end up eliminating Vampire.
The Smoke Gaming, a team that hasn't been able to do so well here in this tournament, but they've been able to get some points. There you go, Team Falcons with the 4 that we were talking about. They are going to be able to spot them and eliminate some of them, as IC with the grenades, just massive nades, but IC overextends too much, and Zebra Masters find the opening on Team Falcons.
So they got to be very, very careful here.
Final circle, Hot Jukes, your favorite one, my favorite one, because everybody is going to be forced to fight here at some point, and guess who's going to be starting to fight there? It's going to be none other than Zebra Masters. Somehow, with that was insane. I thought the player from Team Falcons wasn't going to be able to spot him as he jumped out. IHC is going to get spotted by Zebra Masters. Zebra Masters being forced here to take 2 different fights between 2 different teams, and it is going to be costly.
Zebra Master not going out without a fight. It's anyone's game here. Here come out the nades. It's going to be up to Demo to hold a 1v2 situation. Zebra Master, Neilzada coming on out with a DBS, trying to pre-fire. People are getting knocked all over the place.
And that is going to be it for IHC. It's only just going to be Neilzada alive from Zebra Masters, and it's not looking good for him, as he's gonna have to go up against 4 players from Team Falcons. Team Falcons smelling that blood in the water. They're gonna be looking to close this out, and here comes the push as Neilzada is able to knock one, but it's not good enough as Team Falcons finally gets the win.
15 elimination chicken dinner.
As we get started on the final Erangel close range, I feel like Nova's
Vampire with 4 up in a great spot. We'll see how far they can get, as Dplus will continue on their warpath, running straight into S2G now. Boom rotating in after they finish that fight, and it looks like they're trying to catch out the last member of Zebra Master. S2G with the Reizyyy with the big nade, catching 2 of Dplus, 2-for-1 special, and surely S2G is going to pump the aggression up, and yeah, they're driving straight in. Evil Knievel up onto that hilltop with the bike, gets the high ground, gets the high angle, and Dplus is absolutely decimated.
top of that, you have Rejects on top of that tower. Regnum Karya staying alive, and this is the fight that I wanted to see, and it does end up happening. Vampire Esports against Reizyyy. Players are going back and forth. They're trading them around. Reizyyy with the height advantage. It should be an easy cleanup here, as it is going to be a 3v1. Only Stone is the one alive. Now it's going to be actually only Tony K in the smoke, and that is an easy cleanup right there.
It's getting more and more difficult now for every team involved.
Boom is in this, but they're gonna have to push out of those buildings that they were in. You can see them have to pay for it, as well as Reizyyy. You mentioned Sarah being able to spot those two players earlier. Guess what? There goes one knock. Can he convert that into elimination? And he's gonna switch to the other player there from Regnum Karya, trying to see if he can get that knock. He's gonna be able to spot Wild 77K. Easy knock
huge
for him. Great angle right there by him, and confirming Silas into an elimination point.
Closing in, he's gonna bide his time, and for Rejects, they can actually get, but hold that thought, as S2G. Hfiys right over the top. Reizyyy also did hear the player. He's cooking the nade. Can he cook it to perfection? But Hfiys peeks out with that DBS. No longer is that nade in hand. He might have to just take the gunfight.
Gonna have to take that gunfight. Reizyyy also getting a little bit lucky there, as Hfiys did end up missing some shots. The grenades are gonna be coming through that are still alive from the other teams. We still have 4 teams. This is the crazy power. Okay, there you go. At least one of them is gone. Regnum Karya does end up getting eliminated with 7 eliminations. Sarah able to make it all the way down. He's probably gonna be able to spot the player there from Boom. To some of the other players from S2G that are making Reizyyy Oso's life a little bit tougher.
Ooh, Sar really needed that one. That would have been a great point, but he might actually see some of the players on the top. And look at this quick lean peek to the right and to the left. He catches one. The mechanics coming in now. Sarah getting low from that grenade, and his teammate Reizyyy also goes down. It is now a 3v1 situation. Rejects will not get the chicken dinner. It will be S2G instead. 11 eliminations.
First Miramar of day 2.
Especially considered with this big old hill right there in the middle of the map of San Martin. Meanwhile, here we go. Zebra Master pushing up against Nova. They got to take him out here. Neilzada gets finished, though, really early. That's not going to be good. That's going to go ahead and bring it down to a 3v3. The fight is even. Let's see who's going to win it. Nova playing this really close together. Uh-oh, they're trying to show off some of that CQC action. Maybe they heard us, Zute.
So he's going to kind of give up on the team and hope they can make it in on their own. New circle pops up, And we will have to see the Reject team push into Vampire. Vampire does have the advantage, but Rejects with 4 can still make it happen. Elsewhere on the map, it is that fight between Boom and Alpha 7. And I mentioned earlier, Alpha 7 with only 2, Boom with 3, 12 teams left. They don't have any placement points yet either.
That is a brutal, brutal loss for Alpha 7. That is not the time that you want to pull out the goose egg right there. So let's see what Team Reject can do. You know that all of Japan is cheering at this point for their squad. Meanwhile, Nova fans are trying to hope to see they can take out Boom. Flyboy has a really good angle on that roof, though. So Nova's going to have to be careful. Remember what we heard before. Uh-oh, the CQC from Nova getting that knock finally. Got to hit this shot here. Paraboy, got to be able to pull off some close quarters, my boy. Let's see if you can do it.
Paraboy in the 1v1, and oh! Gets spotted.
He couldn't.
Reizyyy running into that smoke.
While Team Falcons are finally starting to get things started, S2G just had a pop-off game, looking to have a little bit of a repeat. Actually, not just looking, needing to, but Action is going to say see you later to that player from S2G. Let's see what happens. Who's going to get this next knock? Team Falcons. Oh, STG's in big trouble here. Here comes the red zone from Falcons.
Oh, yeah, man. Falcons are surrounding them every which way. Kelsey goes down. He really needed to hold that top side, but with the top side going down, they are getting fully surrounded. They did return fire. Not just one, but two. Two of Falcons. No, 3 from Falcons go down. Actually, Royals of War. I just caught that kind of third partying from distance. That's what's causing the downfall of the Falcons. And luckily for S2G, Royals of War managed to find some sightlines. And here's the next big fight. Vampire engaged with Dplus. Rejects hear this, and now Rejects are going to come in for a huge third-party timing. They steal 1 point away. Reizyyy goes down. Rejects are going to continue the aggression. And with Vampire really feeling the pressure, they go straight in. Obscure catches them both.
Obscure shutting down Vampire. Tony K going to be the final player, I believe. Yep.
Shifts, and they have less time to work with. And oh man, Duelo runs up by himself.
Position, and if that zone locks onto them, this next circle, I mean, they are a shoo-in to win this match with a ton of eliminations. And look, see, there goes Hfiys from Royals of War. Here comes S2G trying to make it happen. IHC from the corner, now catching one of the players. But Boom, I'm telling you, Boom is going to just soak up so many eliminations. This is getting intense.
Oh, there's another one. Reizyyy catches Rogue, yeah. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Rejects, I really want to see what's going on there because they're getting really close to Frozen. I think that should definitely be the fight to really look at. Rejects is getting that revive onto their third player that got knocked by IHC. Zio crawling, slowly crawling. I think he's going. Oh, no. Is that a nade?
Oh, that looks good.
Oh, that was a perfect nade.
Wow. What a nade there, throwing it up the mountain, and here comes Flyboy ready to soak up some even more points. Will we see a PMGO Finals record right? And I'll tell you what, this couldn't have been at a better time considering that they have such a point gap. Most of the teams are out, but Reject are still up. It's only down to the top 2. You can just see that you can hear the fans starting to get excited because they need Reject to go out early if they want their favorite squad, Alpha 7, to have a chance at passing them up.
Maybe steal a couple points away, or maybe strike at the right opportune time.
Yes.
One grenade. Is he going to use the grenade first? He pulls it. It's cooking. He can get one here.
See ya.
He definitely gets one. Oh, he doesn't even get one.
Points like crazy. So Boom is going to win this game. There's no doubt about it. It's just how many eliminations are they going to get? Now they decide to strike onto S2G. Frenzy putting in some work. Divine still up from Reject though, just trying to get more placement points. Every single moment that they're alive is going to be worse and worse for Alpha 7. And then look at this. Here comes the blue zone. S2G is getting punished. It's only Reizyyy up, and he has the blue to his back. And finally, there goes Reject. It's down to the top 3.
2 of S2G, I believe, are down. The other player of Boom pretty much handling all of Smoke Gaming. Gonna get second though, S2G or Smoke Gaming?
That is going to be the question, and this is Circle 9. The zone's going to go down to nothing, so it is starting to close. Here comes the Aggression from Boom, looking to soak up every single point. It's just Reizyyy. Reizyyy getting a nice knock though. That was pretty huge. Actually, Boom's in trouble. Now Boom can lose.
Yeah, he
Reizyyy
got
can't go
both
down.
of them.
1 HP.
A 1v2.
He's got to get this.
It's a 3-way 1v1 right now, but S2G's getting the revive.
S2G is getting the revive. We could have back-to-back chicken dinners. Reizyyy takes down Smoke. 18 eliminations from Boom Esports. Can they finish it out though? Can they get the chicken dinner? It's going to be up to their final player in a 1v2 situation. No utility at all. And look at his vest and helmet. Completely busted. Oh, that one hurt. Here comes another.
It's
Hfiys.
done. It's done for him.
For 3. Oh.
Popping those bandages. He needs every
can't
piece
peek.
of HP he can get.
Oh,
he peeks out, doesn't land his shots. He gets hurt and tagged instead. He's still got first aids, but they're circling him in. Reizyyy down to that 1 HP, gets the first aid off. He needs a clean first knock. He can't get tagged at all. And that is exactly what he gets. He gets the clean knock, doesn't get tagged. Pretty much almost full HP. Gets the point confirmation too. Wait, 5 bullets. His UMP was down to nothing too, I think. He's got a couple bullets of the M4 and a couple bullets of the UMP.
Could he
Every
loot that
shot
box?
has
That's
to
the
count.
question.
I want to see them switch back camps.
5 bullets?
Too risky.
He's out.
5 bullets.
He's out.
Gone. He has to loot the box. Did he get anything? No, he didn't.
I don't know.
He's just got the first aid.
He's
The
got
best he can do is
nothing.
deny points now.
He's got
He
nothing.
can't win this.
Go
He
on,
can't
Blue.
win this. He's got the pad.
He's got a pad.
Oh my god.
S2G wins it. Back-to-back chicken dinners. On that hunt for that top 3. S2G. Boom's already got 2 eliminations. Are you kidding me?
Alpha7, a team that we're looking for that response out of them. There you go.
The way the Falcons did at PMWI.
And a team. Let me just rub my eyes real quick. Is that right? Yeah, S2G is currently towards that center of the circle, Hot Jukes, as Nova Esports is losing players to none other than Zebra Masters. Man, everything is just going the wrong way here for Nova Esports.
And honestly, Nova in this like water treatment area, this is usually their circle. I've seen them dominate from positions like this so many times before. Long is just pushing. What is going on here? Long and Paraboy looking to just head straight into Vampire Esports. Yeah, Nova just, not really looking too hot here today or in this tournament so far at all. Land's a different story, folks. Try to listen to footsteps when you got whistles blowing at max volume right in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? It is not easy. Boom looking to hold down next Reizyyy a little bit longer. Paraboy gets a knock on a doozy. And here comes the rest of Tony K, the rest of Vampire Esports. Tony K looking to punish him. And Paraboy's finally saying, oh, I got a little bit of CQC still left in me. But I think that's going to be about it, because here comes the rest of Vampire. And yup, that is going to do it for Nova today.
Yeah, an even bigger jump up in regards to the leaderboard, depending on what ends up happening there with Alpha7 and Boom Esports. Boom Esports is going to have to worry about next Reizyyy being able to spot one of the players there from Boom, and Reizyyy gets knocked by none other than Swain. Swain's going to be able to spot another player. Oh, he moves just in time. But this was the opening that next Reizyyy was looking for, and they're going to be full sending it. They need to be careful, though, because Pombit from Boom Esports does have a DBC to his name, and we know what these teams are able to do with that DBS.
2v3 versus next Reizyyy. Oh, that knock from Frozen. So good. Boom just getting picked apart. Next Reizyyy finally starting to wake up here. Great shot, though, from Frenzy. Wow.
This will be it, considering that Alpha7 is outside of this circle, and I think that's what they might be doing. They just need to do it in unison, as Boom does end up getting eliminated. Good for next Reizyyy right there on everybody. They know that there's going to be a fight out there, and meanwhile, Hfiys as well, trying to see if they can possibly get some angles on Dplus Kia. The madness is about to ensue. Alpha7 trying to get a little bit closer here within this circle and making sure that they lay down, because they know S2G is going to be up there, and S2G could start shooting down on them.
They need to be quiet. No, but instead they take the shots. I'm so shocked that they took that shot there. I think they needed to play it just as quiet as possible. Alpha7 are so safe and so sound for the time being. But yeah, Alpha7 now finally looking in that direction, trying to take some shots. He needs to get this knock on Reizyyy. They have to shut down this angle. They finally do. What a clutch shot there. onto S2G.
And luckily for Alpha 7, it was actually Dplus Kia that was able to save him there. But now Alpha 7 is just in such an open spot that everybody's taking shots at them. It's not just S2G. Now it's Dplus Kia. And on top of that, it's going to be Rejects, and it's going to be so tough. Reject right now in a great position for players. Looking good. I feel like that's going to be it for Alpha 7. Alpha 7 only going to be able to get 5 points there in regards to eliminations.
Should have just tried.
Oh, Rebel being able to get himself there within this zone. All these teams are distracted. There you go. S2G is not distracted. Kazi said, I see you, buddy. Slow down. Get back to the lobby, as you're only going to end up being in the top 5 situation. Now we're going to have Rejects here versus S2G. And meanwhile, S2G is going to have to be fully exposed. Such a tough fight here for S2G and for Rejects. Teams can't take it when it comes to Hfiys and Dplus Kia. They're just letting this fight play out, as they're also trying third party. You can see there on the elimination feed, Dplus Kia taking on some shots to players from Reject, being able to knock players from Reject as well, and making it easier for S2G.
Left. See you later. Gets the none other than the MG3. So he's going to be stacked. Finds an easy knock. What were you doing there?
The filthy angle there on that Dplus player. And guess what? We are on your favorite circle, Hajux. Circle number 9. What to do much at the moment.
And with this zone starting to press, Dplus Kia actually might push on the Hfiys. If they do, S2G could be at a big advantage. But oh, that nade from Robs was just so brutal. Let's see what happens. Hfiys now finally starting to get aggressive, doing what they need to do. And it's all theirs to win here in this final game of day number 2.
And it might not just be it, because S2G still has 3 players alive. We've seen what they've been able to do. There isn't what ifs. There isn't what could happen. This team has showcased it. Hfiys, as you mentioned, does have the advantage in regards to positioning here. Dplus Kia is going to be out. S2G, all they need to find is just an opening to knock a player. They're going to be running around. I don't think they're able to spot the player there on the roof. As Hfiys being able to surprise all these teams, comes out with the win. Hajux gets to keep his life. Reizyyy also out of Reject, getting that performer of the day with those 15 eliminations. Reject, because boy, it was one for the books, as they are currently in first place there with 111 points, and Alpha 7 at least closes up the gap.
After what S2G showed us, right? Games can turn it around for any of these teams.